Your voice would have made Odysseus tear himself from the mast of his ship.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Speak before I cut you!
Gods, how I've missed that temper.
Alexios? Is it really you?
I got your note. How did you know I was in Arcadia?
Everyone's hunting for the Misthios with the broken spear and pet eagle. So I started a little hunt of my own.
No matter where I used to hide on Kefalonia, you were the only one who could always find me.
That's because you were terrible at hiding.
Me? You're the one who couldn't hide if your life depended on it.
Listen, we both know I was the one who was best at hiding. I'll prove it. Stay here, close your eyes, and at the count of 10, come and find me.
You're joking.
Come, it'll be like old times. And no using Ikaros, that's cheating. Now, close your eyes.
Ένα, δύο, τρία, τέσσερα, πέντε, έξι, εφτά, οχτώ, εννέα, δέκα. Ready or not, here I come. You call this hiding?
Your tracking skills have improved.
Well, I thought this game was silly then, and I still think it's silly now.
After all these years, you haven't changed one bit. Oh, this is too much fun. I want to hear everything about your life, from the day I left until now.
And I want to hear about yours.
Oh, my story would put you to sleep. Come, let's go to the beach and talk like we used to in Sami.
Yeah!
Your life sounds so exciting. But there's something very important I need to know. Can you still hold your breath?
My breath?
On Kefalonia, you could always swim farther and deeper than anyone else. You used to bring me the most beautiful treasures from the sea.
Don't move.
You were underwater so long, I was getting worried.
A few sharks got in the way.
Sharks!
Nothing I couldn't take care of. I did manage to find you this.
Oh, Alexios. It's beautiful.
Anais? What's wrong?
Seeing you playing and laughing like old times. There's something I haven't told you. I'm married.
I see.
I should have told you sooner. I'm sorry. Meet me back at the house. I'll explain everything. Oh, I'm glad you came.
So you're married? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Seeing you brought back so many fond memories. I wanted to live in them for as long as I could. Life's been hard since Dantos left.
Where did he go?
Once the war started, Spartans came for his sword. He was killed in battle, leaving me to run the farm and raise our son.
You have a son?
Arion. I'd love for you to meet him, but he's run off again.
Why aren't we looking for him?
He always goes to the same cave, where he trains to be a mighty warrior.
I don't think I've met a boy who didn't want to become the next Achilles.
Yes, of course. You've given me an idea. You could talk to him.
I could?
Gods know he doesn't listen to his boring mother. But you've seen death up close. You could convince him to stay away from fighting and help me here on the farm.
All right. I'll talk to your son.
Thank you.
I'll find Arion.
My husband used to take him to the cave on hunts. They'd spend nights there. It's been taken over by wolves since then.
Wait. Did you say wolves?
Yes. Worries me sick. He calls them his friends, and believe it or not, they seem protective of the boy. Please, don't harm them, Alexios. Arion would be devastated.
There he is. If they don't attack me, I won't attack them.
Whoa! You look like a mighty warrior!
And you must be Arion. I've come to bring you home.
Why should I trust you?
Your mother and I have known each other for a long time. She told me you like to come here to train, but she wants you to come home.
But I don't want to leave.
I know. You come here to be close to your father.
You know nothing about my pater.
You're right. Maybe you could tell me.
I don't want to talk about him. I want to become a warrior.
You spent enough time here, Arion. It's time to go home.
I don't trust you. I'm not leaving.
That's enough! Your mother sent me here to bring you home, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So get down here right now, before I come up after you.
Okay.
not still mad at me for the cave, are you? Fine.
There you both are!
You didn't have to send anyone after me, Mater. I can take care of myself.
I know you can, my love.
He yelled at me. I was so scared.
You yelled at my child?
Arion, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you.
I hate you!
Oh, if I had a drachme for every time he said that to me, I wouldn't need this farm. Thanks for apologizing. He's upset now, but he'll come around.
What are you smiling about?
I was just thinking about how I could possibly repay you for bringing Arion home to me.
You owe me nothing.
Thank you. You are a true friend, Alexios. Although, if there is one more favor I could ask of you...
Anything.
Arion wants to be a mighty warrior. But I can't lose any more of my family to war.
If Arion learns to fight, he can protect you and the farm.
I can't work this farm alone. He won't listen to me, but he looks up to you. I can see it in his eyes.
I'll talk to him. But I don't think he's as fond of me as you are.
You flatter yourself. Just show him how to plant seeds, burn some old grass, maybe slaughter a few chickens. It will seem more exciting coming from you.
Hello, Arion.
Hello.
What's wrong?
I miss my pater.
Want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. You don't have to talk. But you can listen if you want.
I guess.
I lost my father when I was young. I ran far, far away. My only friend in the world was Icaros. One day, a bully threw a rock and nearly broke his wing.
What did you do?
I cut off his fingers with this.
The spear of Leonidas? Can I hold it?
You can, but first, I need you to do me a favor. Your mother needs you.
You're going to train me to be a mighty warrior?
Your mother wants you to become a farmer, and that's what I'm going to teach you.
But farming is so boring. I want to be a warrior like you.
Whenever I see the sunrise, I'm never sure I'll get to see it set. I walk away from the people I love, knowing it might be the last time I ever see them again. Is that the life you want? Good. Now follow me. Ever heard of the poet Hesiodos?
No, but I know Homer, and Achilles, and Hector, and Odysseus, and the giant horse.
Study Homer if you want to learn to put people in the ground. But study Hesiodos, and you'll learn to grow things out of it.
Boring.
And now we're going to burn some bushes.
Why?
For new life to grow, we need to clear away the old.
Why?
Because they choke the earth, stopping the new plants from growing.
Why?
Because... Now I'm going to show you how to kill a chicken.
But I love chickens.
If you're going to feed your family, you're going to have to sacrifice a few chickens, Sais.
What happened to the bully whose fingers you cut off?
He went and got his brothers. They beat me pretty badly.
You didn't have any friends to protect you?
Not until one little girl stood between me and those boys, and with the rage of Ares, screamed at them to leave me alone.
Really? A girl? Who?
That little girl was me.
Mater! Alexios taught me how to be a farmer, but you could teach me how to be brave.
Maybe one day I will.
Yeah! He taught me about Isiados. He taught me to burn the old, because it soaks the new. And then, he killed a bunch of chickens.
It sounds like you both had a productive day.
Your boy is a fast learner.
Thank you. This means the world to me. It's been nice having you around, Alexios. But I feel bad. All these years apart, and you've spent most of your time with Arion. Let's get away from all this, just you and me. There is a market in Teia. I haven't been to in ages. There's food and wine and music.
An evening alone sounds perfect. But what about Arion?
Don't worry about him. All you need to worry about is meeting me in Teia.
I should find out what Anais likes before our evening together. Anais must have a lifetime supply of olives stashed here. So this is where Anais keeps her wine. Smells strong. I'm getting lightheaded just sniffing it. Anais never told me she made honey.
There you are! Now, let's find something to eat and drink, shall we? The merchants have the most delicious selections, and tonight, I'll leave the decision-making to you. Remember when we used to steal food from the markets of Kefalonia?
We could steal from this one, for old time's sake.
Oh, always the troublemaker.
Welcome, my friends. I have a wonderful selection of wines for you and the lovely lady. Only the finest grapes from the finest vineyards. Do you prefer your wines dry, sweet, or strong?
You've been all over the world. You must know all the best wines.
We'll have the sweet wine.
I like my wine strong, but this will do, I suppose.
Μην αφήσεις με θνίσκην. Ποιος ο υπέτειος?
Everything smells so delicious. My mouth is watering.
Smell that? That's the tastiest food in all of the year. Tell me, what will it be? We have leg of lamb with rice and olives, roast chicken with fresh vegetables, and slow-cooked goat stew.
Oh, decisions, decisions.
We'll take the lamb with olives, please.
Oh, I love olives. I'm going to devour this meal. And then I'm going to devour you. Oh, I can't tell you how much I needed this.
Welcome, welcome! If you've got sweet teeth, then I've got sweet treats for those teeth! What will it be? Grape pudding with walnuts, fresh strawberries with cream, or baked pears with a honey glaze?
Yum! Choose wisely. I love sweets.
The pears sound delicious.
Homer called them gifts from the gods, but it's the honey that makes them truly divine. This was lovely. Tonight was almost perfect.
Almost?
There was just one thing missing. Arion! What's wrong? My God, what happened to you?
Bandits! They came and took everything. I tried to protect the house, but they were too big.
You shouldn't have tried to fight them. Anything they took can be replaced. But I can't replace you.
This wouldn't have happened if you had trained me to be a warrior.
They'll be all right. Just a few scratches.
You're right. He's safe now, and that's what matters.
Alexios, there is something I need to tell you.
Anything.
Having you here was the first time I felt joy since my husband died. I hoped you were still the same person I loved back on Kefalonia, and that if you felt the same, there'd be a place for you here.
Anais.
The fact that you listened to me and didn't teach Arion to fight shows me you're someone I can trust. I would love it if you stayed with us.
I'd stay with you. I would. But, in all honesty, I just don't know what would happen to Barnabas if I left him alone on that ship.
I understand. Just know that whenever you are in Arcadia, you'll always be welcome here with open arms.
I'm here to see Socrates.
Alexios!
You know who I am?
Of course I do. Socrates never stops talking about you.
And you are...
His wife, of course. I'm Xantippe.
Socrates never told me he had a wife.
Typical. The only time he's quiet is when he's eating. If he can't find time to mention me.
So, where is Socrates? I got a note that said to meet him here.
That's what I'd like to know. He went to another symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
Sounds like a good place to start looking.
I was just about to head there myself. Come, keep me company.
How long have you and Socrates been married?
It's been quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Io sono il vecchio.
Love is not a word I'd use. It frustrates me to no end.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even so, it's worth the frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a good lover.
That's not something I wanted to picture. It must be why Alcibiades seems so infatuated with him.
Don't mention that name around me. Always coming by drunk, sending Socrates gifts like giant cakes.
I didn't know.
It's fine.
Xantippe, over here! Xantippe!
What is it?
Socrates! They took him away. They said he was under arrest.
For what?
I have no idea. We were just talking after the symposium. I'd say go ask him yourself, but he'll be guarded. They took him southeast of here.
That fool! I knew this would happen to him one day.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
This is his doing. It's best to let these things run their course.
I can't believe Socrates was arrested. I need to find out what happened.
Alexios, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Well, here I am. Though I'm more curious about how you are here. The guards let you in?
We've known each other a long time now. You know how I got in here.
You've taught me that the blade can sometimes be necessary. But I don't think this was one of those times.
I was worried about you.
Your care is appreciated, but if you had waited only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're getting you out of here.
I understand your concern, but what good would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
You would go to trial just to prove you can convince them of your innocence?
Exactly. You have your ways to find excitement, and I have mine.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes understanding does not come at the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About...
I went to see the Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
Socrates, the Pythia is...
It matters not what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine not only her words, but my own self as well. I know nothing, so how could I be called wise?
What does that have to do with being locked up?
I believe my time here and this trial may help me find the answer. I will be fine. Trust me.
Since you won't leave with me, I'll go see the Pythia myself.
That's not necessary.
I'll find out why she told you that. I won't let you go to trial, even if you think you'll be found innocent.
Ah, Alexios, you!
I'll come back when I have what I need.
you know they've sent a new trainer? Some old Cretan hero.
Oh no, not you.
You remember me?
Just go. I'm too old for this.
You will die!
There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
You again!
I'm here for a different reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly, I begged for death.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Just hurry, and tell me what you want.
There's something you need to know. The cult is dead.
What do you mean, they're dead?
Just that. I've killed them all. There's nobody left to control you.
You may have unmasked those who made the decisions, but the cult did not die with them. Their beliefs will live on.
Then I'll find and kill whoever follows them.
That is not a possible task. Now, tell me what you want.
You told Socrates something, and I want to know why.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Socrates he's the wisest.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
The cult wouldn't allow you to do that.
Which is why I was very careful. I seek Socrates as an ally, but simply asking him to help wouldn't have worked.
An ally? For what?
I know much of Socrates. Not only has he visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods don't speak through me. I feel Socrates is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Socrates believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
This is getting complicated.
Whatever you do, you can't tell Socrates.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Exactly. Although, if you truly wish to help Socrates, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught?
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest and kept looking over his shoulder. He told me he was going into a tomb nearby until things were safe.
Thank you. I'll find him. This is it.
enough of it. Find the boy and...
Sorry for sharing my fear of fools with you.
What was that?
Nothing.
This tomb is bigger than I thought. He has to be around here somewhere. don't need to be scared now. I'm not with them.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Socrates.
You are? Prove it.
I've never met someone as smart as Socrates. I always think about our conversations long after they finished.
You know him, all right. I'm sorry for doubting you.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
I'll take care of the priests.
Thank you. And, well, please, give this to Socrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank you. Make sure he stays safe. The world will be a worse place without him in it.
That student gave me an idea. Xantippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. I'm not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them. I need to talk to them. Maybe.
Do not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You assume the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without the teachings of those before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think that's true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
A student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
If a student asks questions before first learning from their teacher, they've not only failed their teacher, but themselves.
Yes. and more would do well to challenge what they hear.
Your appearance betrays you, Misthios. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Socrates needs your help.
Socrates? Ha! If it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Socrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you too?
Of course. If we can't speak our mind...
Fine, you've made your point, and you've made it well. Socrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices are heard. Believe it or not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like Socrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
I regret doubting you at all.
Thank you. There are few things greater than gaining the understanding of another.
On that, we disagree.
Disagreements can lead to even more understanding.
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name, so he called me Plato instead. Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Thank you. Well, I better hurry after the others. Here.
Those priests must be the
The
ones
ones who hired the thugs and want to get rid of Socrates.
Once we have the Babilus, we simply edify.
Now that all the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates. I should return to Socrates before the trial starts. Socrates, you're here.
I am.
What happened? The trial couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead. And evidence they claimed to have went missing.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
Do you really need to ask?
No, but you still deserve the chance to answer.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
So, do you agree with the Pythia, or not?
The gods cannot lie. Yet, I know that I know nothing. I had to understand what it meant for one who knows nothing to be called wise. I realized that though the Pythia said my name, she did not mean me.
Who did she mean then?
That is not an answer I'd yet like to voice. It's one that people may not want to hear, and I must think on how I wish to share my new beliefs with Athens.
Whatever it is, be careful. I don't want to find you've been arrested again. We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and where I say it. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lost for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
Oh, I doubt it. But it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
Get somewhere safe, Socrates.
Could you?
I wonder what that was about.
With the things I do, it's sometimes hard to know.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
καλόνεστη. The mighty warrior with the broken spear. Your timely arrival puts us in the perfect position for a push on Athenian borders. If you'll join us on the battlefield, of course.
You've got my sword, Spartan.
Good. We'll need all the iron we can get.
A bad day for Athens! A glorious day for Sparta!
Victory will be mine!
Victory will be ours!
Come on! Let's see how well you fight! Can't hold out much longer! Fight back! Fight back! Keep pushing them back!
Found her.
You!
This is sacred ground. You should not be here. Well, either leave or tell me what you want. Who are you?
I was told to come here and speak to Daphne.
So you're the one Thalia spoke of. And it was you who slew the unkillable?
It was tough, but not unkillable. I'm Alexios.
I'm Daphne, leader of the Daughters of Artemis. I have a task for you if you're willing and able.
When you put it like that, how could I not accept?
There's a boar not too far from here. Kill it, then bring me its pelt.
You want me to kill a pig?
This is no ordinary boar. Let's see if you are worthy of my challenge. Kill it, and bring me the pelt. I'll be waiting, with your reward.
That's a big pig. I should get this pelt back to Daphne at the temple.
Did you get lost?
Here, I killed your piggy for you.
You are skilled. Of that there is no doubt.
You shouldn't doubt my abilities.
Lesson learned. But I'm also interested in seeing what else you can do.
Oh? And what did you have in mind?
Many things. But first, to business. There are beasts that roam this world, but are not fully of it. They've been placed here by the gods as trials, as tests.
These beasts are creatures like any other. The world is full of mysteries, but not everything unexplained is ordained by the gods.
Perhaps before this is over, you will have a different opinion.
What exactly do you want me to do?
I want you to prove your worth in the eyes of Artemis, and hunt these creatures.
I don't need to prove my worth to anyone. Just tell me what's the reward.
With each pelt you return, I will grant you a boon from Artemis. If you are able to slay all the beasts, well, let's say your relationship with the daughters of Artemis will be forever changed.
All right, I'll do it. Now, just how many of these animals are there?
Artemis has laid out 8 trials, and you have already started the journey. Hunt down those that remain.
How will I recognize the creatures?
Oh, you'll know.
I think I may already have some of them.
Bring the pelts to me. I'll await your return with my sisters, the daughters of Artemis. I hope you don't make me wait too long to see your face again. Beast Slayer, I'm glad to see you.
Daphne, I didn't think you would be.
The path I set you on is fraught with danger. You could have been killed, or given up.
There's nothing I've faced that I haven't overcome.
Be careful. Pride is a shield of reeds. It can blind you from danger and offers no protection.
Here, the hyena's pelt. Take it. These flea-ridden carrion eaters disgust me.
We must learn to see the beauty in all things.
You're right. It's just an animal, doing what's in its nature.
Aren't we all?
The bull put up quite a fight, but his pelt is yours.
You are remarkable.
No more than the bull. The gods have blessed us with a world of wonder, and we should honor it.
Spoken like a true daughter of Artemis.
I'll return when I have more pelts.